Hey guys, what's up? So Google hasn't had the kind of success they would have wanted in the smartphone market, and hence they need to change their strategy to be relevant in the highly competitive smartphone industry, and with the Pixel 5, they seem to be doing just that. We are now certain that the Pixel 5 won't be the flagship we've come to expect from Google, with top-of-the-line specs, a great camera experience along with the Pixel software experience, as the phone will ship with the Snapdragon 765G SoC, which is a step below the 865 or 865 Plus that is seen in flagships from other manufacturers. In fact, the OnePlus Nord, which is a mid-range device, comes with the same Snapdragon 765G SoC. Google gave us a glimpse of the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G at the Pixel 4a launch event, but we now have the live images of the Pixel 5 that kind of looks like the Pixel 4a, to be honest. The set of images show the front and back of the phone. The front has a 5.8-inch OLED panel with a punch hole on the top left corner, which looks a bit smaller than the one on the Pixel 4a. Also, the bezels are thinner compared to the 4a, which is a given since this is the flagship from Google, which will be sold for a higher price. What's interesting is that the phone has a Pixel 5s moniker instead of the Pixel 5, and that's because this is a version that supports millimeter wave 5G along with sub 6 GHz, while the other variant of the phone may only support sub 6 GHz 5G bands. So it is likely that Google will launch two versions of the phone with and without millimeter wave, and hence the two names. However, we may not see the Pixel 5s moniker once it launches, as this may have been done to differentiate the two models during the development phase. As for the back, it has a similar but bigger camera module on the top left with dual cameras and a flash compared to the single camera and a flash on the 4a, a rear-mounted fingerprint sensor and an etched back panel. The weird logo towards the bottom is what Google uses for prototype devices and should be replaced with the familiar G logo on the retail units. Now, I would have loved to see an in-display fingerprint sensor here, which would have given it a cleaner back design and a more practical position. The design of the phone isn't what you'd call premium. In fact, it's hardly any different from the 4a. Coming to the USP of the Pixel smartphones, the camera setup may include a 12.2 megapixel Sony IMX363 as the primary and a 16 megapixel IMX481 as the ultra-wide. Now, I would have loved to see a telephoto here as well, but sadly that is missing even in 2020. Anyway, the front gets an 8 megapixel unit for the selfie camera. Other specs include a 5.7 to 5.8-inch OLED screen with a 90Hz refresh rate, the Snapdragon 765G, at least 6GB of RAM along with 128GB of storage, a 4100 mAh battery with 15 or 18 watts of fast charging, and 15 watts of Qi wireless charging along with 5 watts of reverse wireless charging. So except the rear fingerprint sensor, you do get some premium features such as wireless charging, but you miss out on the 3.5mm headphone jack. If you do want the headphone jack, you can get the Pixel 4a 5G, which gets almost similar specs like the 765G, a similar camera setup, a bigger 6.2-inch OLED display, but you only get a 60Hz refresh rate, a smaller 3800 mAh battery, but you'll have to give up the wireless charging. Other than that, both the phones are almost similar except the Pixel 4a 5G being a bit larger and thicker. Google has already announced that the Pixel 4a 5G will be priced at $500, while the Pixel 5 is expected to be priced around $650, which is considerably cheaper compared to other Android flagships, but given the iPhone 12 is rumored to be launched at a similar price and it gets a more powerful Apple A14 silicon, that should make it an interesting face-off. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Smash the like button if you liked it and consider subscribing to the channel for more tech videos. I will see you all in the next one. Till then, bye bye and stay safe.